before seeing the balcony and the projection room. She pulled out her mobile and sent a text, then headed for the main staircase, still recording and narrating. Halfway up, the route turned abruptly to the left and faded into darkness. Jude did an about turn. She must have missed the balcony entrance. Running the beam over the walls, she picked out a narrow door on her right. The projection box was normally at the top of a cinema, but not always. In the nearby Tivoli, now demolished, the box had been at ground level. The door swung back to reveal a corridor leading up to another door, this one marked "No Smoking." Jude eased it open and shone her torch inside, illuminating a sign which read, "The sound projector apparatus used in this theatre is leased from Western Electric Company Limited, Bush House, London." This was it, the projection room. Seized by excitement, Jude looked around for an alternative light source. The manager had suggested there wasn't one beyond the foyer, but Jude knew from experience that some projection suites had their own power. Her beam finally found what she was looking for, a main supply box. She stepped down from the small metal platform and picked her way across the rubbish-strewn floor. Fortune favours the brave, she thought, and threw the switch. Two things happened simultaneously. The room was flooded with light, and the door shut with a bang. Jude stood for a moment, her heart pounding. "Okay," she said out loud to calm herself. "I'd prefer the door open." As she retraced her steps, something caught her eye. A pile of discarded bricks by the battery room entrance. One of those could be used to prop the door open. As she bent to pick one up, she felt a cold draught brush her skin, prickling it, as though charged with electricity. There were countless stories of supernatural presences in old cinemas, but Jude didn't believe in ghosts, and had never felt strange in any of the abandoned cinemas she'd visited, until now. Her senses on high alert, she straightened up and stood listening. For what, she had no idea. Then she did hear something. The scratching went on for a few moments, then stopped, before she could pinpoint where the sound had come from. Mice, she thought, or rats, neither of which she was afraid of. As Jude resumed her path, brick in hand, she caught another sound, this time a heavier scuffling. Had the manager let someone in to view the cinema after her? Reaching the door, she wedged it open with the brick and checked the corridor. It was empty. Jude suddenly recalled the tale of a homeless man found burned to death in the old Bridgeton cinema. Could someone have found their way in via the fire escape and be squatting somewhere in the projection suite? "Hello? Is anyone there?" Her voice echoed round the confined space. When it died down and silence returned, she had the weird but definite sensation that there was someone or something in there with her. There were two openings off the box room. One led to the battery room, the other probably to the rewinding room. Jude went to check the battery room first. Save for 3 ranks of old batteries, the place was empty of anything but dust. As she had suspected, the smaller room next to it held the flat surface and mechanism for rewinding the reels. It too was empty. "Okay, you're imagining things," she told herself. It was time to get down to work, and she might as well start in here. As she set up her shot, a faint but nauseating scent made her wrinkle her nose. She ran her eye over the floor, expecting to find the disintegrating mess of a rat, but there was nothing. She did notice now, though, that the far wall had been partially demolished, leaving a large hole, large enough for a person to climb through. Perhaps the smell was coming from there. Jude approached and shone her torch in. The beam picked up a row of coat hooks, a narrow table, 2 wooden chairs, and what looked like an ancient freezer. "The usherette's room," she whispered.